Yo guys, and welcome back to another stream over with AC2. We're gonna be finishing the game today with our in-depth story run. And yeah, we actually don't have too much left. We have reached the second last sequence. So currently we have to liberate Florence of the influence of Savonarola, the monk that obtained the Apple of Eden. Yeah, there are also a couple of things I did off stream actually, which is that I collected all the feathers, so we didn't have to bother with that on stream. So we got those collected. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, 100 out of 100, so we can trigger the secret cutscene with Maria. I don't care about all the viewpoints at this point because we have gotten all the... Actually, we should get these just to unlock if there's any additional missions. So yeah, what I want to do today to start the stream off with, I want to finish up all the sites that we have currently left. Which I think is pretty much only getting the viewpoints and then doing like a couple beat up and delivery missions. So let's go down here first and check that out. And yeah, chances are we're gonna finish this game relatively soon, maybe in the next 2 hours or so. Yeah, if that's the case, we're gonna be starting Brotherhood today as well, which would be good, you know, kind of like connection actually, because Brotherhood kind of continues directly where AC2 left or leaves off. So yeah, it really like flows well together. And for Brotherhood we're gonna be doing a new upgrade challenge. So basically for Ezio we're not gonna be getting any equipment, weapons or something like that, unless it is like, you know, forced on us. Probably means I also have to go for the Climb Leap Glove instead of the double hidden blades, because, you know, that gives us less of a benefit, I guess, overall. Which means you can't do double assassinations, which I guess kind of sucks, but will be part of the, you know, upgrade challenge, I guess, you know, given that it's canon that Ezio doesn't have a double hidden blade at the start of the game. Yeah, go for a swim. Dwarf. Save him, Mr. Godi. Welcome, dude. How's it going?
After 8 years of marriage, that Figlio di Puttana is back with his old woman. Teach him to respect his vows, please!
I'm pretty sure it was Christina's voice actress. Philandra on the roof. Beat up the no good husband.
Amici, why not shop with me? He's here! Say your prayers, criminale! Ah!
good husband. Good man just chilling out today, played some Elite, wanted to relax. Very nice, Mr. Goody. I hope that's been going well.
We've got to get out of here.
È un duello, Fesso. Prova a... Hai intenzione di startene lì impalato? Ma che cosa aspetti? Chiudiamo questa faccenda. Coraggio! Sono da solo!
Save Levi? Well, he fell down and died. We just had to beat him up. Well, so that happened. Didn't have a way back up in case he fell. Well, I guess he did, but he just, you know, shouldn't have fell down. Can't leap into a haystack. Yeah, it's going pretty good, Levi. Having a good day so far. Just doing stuff around the flat really all day, and spending some time with Sis. How about you, Levi? How's your day so far?
First, a gentle hand, partial flame, and amputations. Your manhood first, of course.
Of course. What was I thinking? My wife. I do love her.
Get your hands off me!
If you're doing fantastic, you went to the Korean supermarket and the normal supermarket and bought some bubble tea along the way. 9-kilometer walk and cleaned your room a little. Very nice. That sounds like a good time. I hope you got something delicious from the Korean market fair. Actually gotta go to like either Korean or Chinese market as well here, so we can get some special ingredients. We want to make orange chicken in the next week, which is like a Panda Express dish, I guess, from the States, and we need like all kinds of special ingredients for that. Especially MSG, which is like standard apparently.
Raju, he's there!
And a lot of the Asian dishes. A lot of ramen, some tteokbokki, and more gochujang. Interesting. Sounds delicious, well I'm pretty sure I haven't had the last two things you named.
Raju, get him!
Imagine somebody teabagging in front of you while you slowly bleed to death. That's an AC vibe for you?
Report when you understand the damage to city property and be courteous to city workers.
Tteokbokki are rice cakes and gochujang is like a chili paste. I see. That sounds very nice. Gotta love some chili paste to, you know, put into dishes. Just gotta be careful not to get too much into it.
O verminous watch, he'll not abide your lies. Run, run till you fall in despair as your dances in John dies.
With the coastal cities of the Barbary Coast.
Times of greatest
A new agreement has been signed with the Bay to ensure your safety.
land. He strikes from deepest shadow, he is fate's avenging.
No, and until word returns at
Onward you
once
shall
from the
slay
Holy
good
Part,
side, forever taking head
excluded
of
from
those
all
who've done
mercantile
their
entry.
foulest deeds
However,
and lives
Merchants
by
acting
us
privately
led.
may do so with no fear of reprisal.
Flee, flee, O verminous watch, he'll not abide your lies. Run, run till you fall in despair as he
The
dances
merchant
in John
Medardo
dies.
Sanpolo has been found guilty of treason
Somewhere on
against
a
the Serene
rooftop,
Republic
there's a
and will be
hero
executed
in
publicly
the
in the
room.
Piazza
Fear
San
ye
Marco
him not,
at
lest
first
you
light
who have
2
seen,
days
for
hence.
his cause is good. He's a tale
And these guys don't stop singing. They're very determined.
vengeance
Has caused some structural
One by
damage.
one they
Please be
are
careful with your
paid,
work
their
site.
fates are
Report
sealed
any
by
unattended damage
right.
to city
Okay guys, you deserve some money right there.
property and be courteous to city workers.
That's more like it.
Gold! Money!
Coins,
Money! Grazie!
By decree of the Council of Ten, all cittadini wishing to enlarge their storage cellars.
Money!
Oh,
yes!
Money!
Money!
Each polo and its like
Gold!
has to be avoided.
Money!
And violators will be punished.
Citizen!
Gold!
Citizen,
Until word
Ava Grammy.
from the Holy Part.
Silver and gold! Silver and gold! Silver and gold!
Yes, I'm feeling very rich, Grammy. I mean, we have 180k, so there's nothing really to buy anymore.
You will see what comes of such acts!
Lands to the south are to be excluded from all mercantile entry.
Why are you here?
However,
Get down! Now, my shoes!
don't be in
Of death by blade, vengeance in the...
Money!
My lassie there!
Go!
Ah, che buona fortuna!
That's more like it.
Cosa non ti pare?
Sei la fine del mondo, bambina! Ehi, quanto a voi per una stretta!
Quanto chiede? E bellezza?
Works every time.
Thief! Get the bastard!
The perfect marriage. My letter was just stolen. You look like you mean business. Find the thief, kill him, and bring the letter back to me. And please, don't read it. It's from my wife Lucia, and she would be very upset. Okay, we're gonna be reading it, of course. It's an in-depth story run. So we're gonna be reading everything.
Come and see what my little gallery has got.
Giorgio. Everything is going exactly as you planned. My husband doesn't suspect. He's kept me locked away, but I've persevered. I found you, my savior. If you are true to the passionate words whispered into my ears, you keep your promise to take me away from my husband. You know what you must do. Steel yourself for it and do not waver. My husband will be at home tonight. He goes to sleep after the clock tower towards midnight. Make sure to come in through the window and bring one of your daggers from the barracks. We need to make sure to do this silently. I've asked my husband to deliver this letter to you. You're simply an unknown guard to him. The idiot will never know that he's aiding in our scheme. We will be so happy together with that ignorant old man out of the way. With great love, Lucia. Wow. What a plan.
Get it down, now!
Well done! I knew I could count on you.
Okay, let's have a look at our DNA checker. So we have done all the secret locations, we have collected all the feathers, we have done all the beat up, all the races, all the assassinations, all the career. Not all the treasures because it's not part of our playthrough. So we've done all of the side stuff now that we needed to do. Which means we can now solely focus on the main story and basically finishing off AC2. Let's get to a fast travel station. And then we go back to Florence. Because yeah, it's time we take on Savonarola, of course. The monk that is currently the possession of the Apple of Eden. And is basically controlling several lieutenants around the city to create like a city-state that's about destroying knowledge, everybody being Christian, and basically bring a return to Eden, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna stop him. Also a great reference, to be honest, to The Truth, you know, which of course is about, speaking of The Truth, we're still missing one, don't we? But yeah, The Truth being about, you know, Adam and Eve, it's kind of like a similar story in terms of, you know, it's Ezio like representing the Adam and Eve part, because they of course, you know, took knowledge. They didn't want to be in Eden. And same kind of goes for Ezio, I guess. He wants to destroy Savonarola's, you know, tyranny of creating Eden, I guess. But yeah, let me go into locations. So in Florence, we're missing one glyph. And that is San Lorenzo. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can get there by doing the assassinations, actually.
Delays at the workmen themselves.
Let no man be confused concerning the nature of this killer. He is a base, evil man out for the blood of innocents.
Prescott Leach, who requires bleeding.
He's gone mad.
Keep away, you murderer!
Whoops. Yeah, that was the famous double A thing happening with my controller. Like every 50 to 100 A presses, it does like a double A click, I guess.
People of Firenze, come, gather round. Listen well to what I say. The end approaches. Now is the time to repent, to beg God's forgiveness.
Doomsday. Stop the preacher's corrupt sermon.
Don't you see? The signs are all around us. Unrest, famine, disease, corruption. These are the harbingers of darkness. We must stand firm in our devotion, lest they consume us all. I see you, Dad. That you think me mad. You must not say the same. Know that I too once shared your uncertainty, your fear. But that was before Savonarola came to me. He showed me the truth. At last, my eyes were opened. And so I stand before you today, in the hope that I might open yours as well. Understand that we teeter upon a precipice. On one side, the shining, glorious kingdom of God. On the other, the bottomless pit of despair. Will you turn back to the Lord? Or will you cast yourself into darkness? But when you break the rule, we break. I'm done.
Good people of Firenze!
Your mind, since it is your own.
Not all of us require deception to be convinced. I already believed. All I said is true.
Nothing is true. Non è un compito facile il mio. Requiescat in pace.
Nothing is true.
Now, on him! Take this man very, very seriously. Why are you up here? Get down!
Alright, so basically every time we kill a lieutenant, gonna be liberating one district. And that's why you see, like, you know, people moving to those places. Kind of like symbolize people can actually, like, you know, spread out, and especially the assassins, you know, kind of like taking care that everything goes back to the way it was in each district. So to get rid of the corruption that has befallen the city.
Whatever your artistic needs are, I can provide for them. I have an astonishing collection at the moment, and for this week only, I offer a second work as a gift when you buy a triptych or altarpiece.
Oh, this might be the remaining pictures we haven't gotten yet. We have Madonna and Child. Baptism of Christ. The Primavera. Pallas and the Centaur. Annunciation. It's actually one of the paintings you can find in Brotherhood, I'm quite sure, by Leonardo da Vinci. It's in the Da Vinci Disappearance DLC, when you have to find 6 of his paintings. Saint John Baptiste. Looking kinda smug. A portrait of a musician. Andrea Francesco delle Opere. Yeah, I think that might be all the treasure, all the paintings that we can buy, I guess.
Don't forget to send your friends.
Non si passa! Do you hear me? Until you've all submitted and given yourself over to the Prophet, Savonarola, this bridge will remain closed to you.
Ava Eclipse, welcome dude. Arch Nemesis. Eliminate the Condottiero guarding the Ponte Vecchio. So this is actually the bridge where the story of AC2 starts. We first see Ezio as a teen being confronted with Vieri de Pazzi.
Why fight us? Why resist?
Also one of the most notable landmarks that you can find in Florence to date. So Ava Demise, welcome dude. How's it going?
A people united by faith. All men are equal in the eyes of the Lord, and so they shall be in Firenze. This is a chance for us to turn over a new leaf, to leave behind our miserable past, and return to simpler times.
Jesus, can I die?
To lead you into a new future. Only accept our gift. Continue to refuse, and I fear you'll have to contend with more than just a shattered bridge. Understand, my intention is not to threaten. I merely seek to open your
Okay, we're gonna go on the other side, I think.
That times have changed. No, that times
Let's go in good clips. How are you today?
good will come of rendition. I hear you moaning and complaining. You say you have things to do, places to go, obligations to fulfill. Ha! You have but one obligation, to submit. Why fight us? Why resist? The city is ours. Your precious Medici have abandoned you, fled into the wastes to wallow in self-pity. Savonarola wants only the best for you. A city free of vice and temptation. A people united by faith.
You good clips? That's good to hear, dude. I'm glad.
I am here to...
Nice, you good. Gonna watch some Netflix now, so you leave the lurk, but you've got your eye in chat. Sounds good, Demise. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you're gonna enjoy Netflix. I reckon you're gonna be watching The Last Kingdom.
I hear you moaning and complaining.
You wear a noble's clothes. How is it Savonarola charmed you?
Wealth and power do not ensure contentment. I wanted even more.
And now instead, you have nothing. Questo non è che un atto dovuto. Requiescat in pace.
Yeah, AC2 is amazing. Even after all these years.
Requiescat in pace.
Indeed. Requiescat in pace.
Move! Da parte ora! You're not getting past me! Figlio di puttana! Maybe you're
Citizen!
Citizen. Hey there, Kobe. And good day to you.
There's no...
Another successful
Escape! Merda! He's not here.
Once again, sending Firenze a message of protest. The city's youth, apparently gathered and very...
Wicked tyrants, hear me well, for your hour had fine.
It's kind of nice how the city becomes like more friendly looking, you know, the more targets you get rid of. Kind of the less corruption there is in the city, the, you know, brighter it gets. Just thought we'll have a church bells in real life again at first. Yeah, they're doing every hour, and at 12 noon and 6 PM they're gonna do it for 5 minutes. So chances are you're gonna hear them in 1 hour and 30 minutes. But yeah, currently it wasn't real life once. Yeah, definitely is Grammy. You know how they have like little details influencing the game like that. There's some AC games that have like something similar. For example, in Origins, once you get to Memphis, the city, there's like a plague happening that like sickens the sacred bull, but also like people. And it's kind of like creates like a very dark atmosphere in Memphis when you arrive. But once you get rid of the target that has caused, like the Templar target that has caused plague, I guess, the sky kind of like lifts up and you can actually see the sun again and all that. I really love like little details like that in games. Looked at the time and were like, wait, that's early? Oh, it's in the game. Indeed, Kobe.
Omnipotens Deus, Rex Regum et Omnium Gubernator.
Last rites. Climb the Duomo without being seen and remove the entrance priest from his perch. Environmental storytelling can be very subtle, but super important. Yeah, I agree. Shit.
Get down, Strozzo!
It's kind of good when you kind of like the feeling that what happens in the game is represented in the environment, I guess. It just makes the game world more dynamic.
You should not be up here. Leave!
potens Deus, rex regum et omnium gubernator, cuius potentie nulla creatura resistere potest, quid proprium est peccatores punire, et eorum miserere, qui veri agunt penitentiam, serva e libera nos, suppliciter te petimus, a manu inimicorum, reprime eorum superbiam, minue malitiam, dissipa illorum machinationes et astutias, ut nos tuis armis muniti, semper servemur ab omnibus periculis, ad glorificandum te, qui es unicus victoriae geniti filii, Pater noster, qui es in cielo.
There! Get him!
Kidding me. I even assassinated him. I got like detected the moment before you know, I assassinated him. Basically in the moment I assassinated him, I guess.
He seems quite well armed. I know that man. Hey, you! With the horse!
Shit. Don't look at me.
Why are you here? Get down! You are not allowed up here!
Rex regum et omnium gubernator, cuius potentiae
Let's get away. Stop it.
potest, quid proprium est peccatores punire, et eorum miserere, qui veri agunt penitentiam, serva e libera nos, suppliciter te petimus, a manu inimicorum, reprime eorum superbiam, minue malitiam.
Hope you don't look at me. I'm just a hooded man intensely interested in religious architecture. Indeed. Yeah, religious architecture and listening to Christian chorus prayers. That's real stuff.
Qui es unicus victoriae largitor. Filii tui Domini nostri, Jesu Christi.
Okay, so now the dude is over there.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen.
Okay, we're gonna wait for us to turn around, then we're gonna try.
Adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua.
There we go.
I thought he preached the word of God.
I fear his sermon is a lie.
I led my flock astray. It's just... I wanted so badly to believe.
We all do. Vedrò compiuta l'opera di mio padre. Requiescat in pace.
Holy Kobe, that timing. That was like in sync. That was perfect. Yeah, that was next level stuff, Kobe. You just proved you're a real meme master. Did you try to time that? Or was that like just like because you thought the situation fitted to it? Yeah, that was perfect.
No need to be shy. Come forward.
You'll be well satisfied, I know it.
You didn't know the delay and what you would say in the game, so you just clicked on it as soon as you found it. Yeah.
Today's a
It's really cool that, you know, it's ended up like syncing up that well, given the circumstances.
You must not disrupt our work! Firenze is sick! It's our duty to cure her!
How? By forcing her people to follow a madman?
It is unwise for you to challenge those in power!
Yes. Well, that is about to change.
No! You won't take me! Savonarola will know of your treachery! Guards! Guards!
Upward mobility. Chase down the nobleman and silence him before he reaches Savonarola.
Savonarola is our savior! Why must you resist this?
I was a victim. It's not my fault.
No, you made the choice.
It charmed me. With that thing.
Only because you allowed it. Lo faccio per il popolo. Requiescat in pace.
Not you! He's there, on him!
Alright, that's 5 out of 9. Only 4 left.
You shouldn't be here!
Ooh, I think this is the location of the last glyph that we have. Alright, so where is it? There it is. The last glyph. Then we're gonna see the truth. The origin of his species.
A few still know the truth. It is around us. Signs and paintings, faces, documents. But we don't see it. See, we are blind to our own creation.
Oh yeah, those are tricky. Let's see. So we can do this. This is itself. Oh, Saverrod, welcome, mate. How's it going, Senny? Welcome to the last glyph with these ridiculously difficult puzzles. I hope you're doing well, mate. It's going good. That's good to hear, Rod. I'm glad. Also, thank you for the shout out, Kobe, to Rod there. Yeah, guys, if you haven't checked out Rod yet, he's a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. Whoops. He just finished his AC Syndicate Stealth Challenge run, and is now doing a main target only run on Unity. And next week he's also going to be starting his annual series playthrough of AC, where he's going to be playing, starting with AC1. And in AC1 he's also going to be doing the challenge of only killing the targets and nobody else. So definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Some really good stealth challenges and all that type of stuff. But if you don't fail and go to the back up game, then it will be back to main target only playthroughs. Very nice. Yeah, dude, like the main target only playthrough is like a really cool concept, I feel, because it's really in line with you know, the whole assassin ideology of like, you know, spare the innocent and only kill those who kind of like deserve it, I guess, you know. So yeah, it was kind of cool like doing the Creed playthrough when I did it with a couple games, but also very challenging, you know, because games are sometimes like built around the idea of just, you know, taking out a lot of the guards. But what I can really appreciate is how later games, you know, give you like more opportunities to like non-lethally take out enemies. For example, there are like certain weapon types that are non-lethal, or you get the option to like, you know, just take out guards by you know, like kind of like knocking them out, I guess, instead of killing them. So lots of opportunities to work with later on, I guess. on, that's a picture, isn't it? Okay, I totally forgot about this like middle part that makes it way easier to surface. Kobe got a luck now, but leaving you with the sound bit clip. The eye needs to be at the top, you think? Yeah, that's right. I was just kind of like, I kind of didn't realize I could actually move the other piece there to solve the riddle. But thank you for the clip there, Kobe. I appreciate it. And I hope that your luck goes well too. That you enjoy it, of course. But that's some great points about doing a main target only playthrough. It also makes you think more about timing and strategy as well. Going about things in a way that you may not normally approach them. Exactly, dude, yeah. Very, very much makes you think differently about how to approach you know, certain situations, as in pretty much every like challenge playthrough, I guess. I think what changed my playthrough the most, or my way of approaching missions, was when I played without any hard elements. Just like, you know, trying to very naturally observe the environment was different. But yeah, kind of forcing you to only kill one target also very, very much alters the way I would usually, you know, approach missions. Open your eyes. Missing link archive. Access denied.
I can't do it! Can I do it? Will it set me free from this endless ring of time? I feel the guillotine cut my throat. The bullet hit my chest. The water fill my lungs. The blood spills out thick and red. It's time to get out.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. So I'm pretty sure you can just choose any symbols there, you know, because it's kind of like nothing is true, everything is permitted, so you can do whatever. But I just like to go for the alpha or beginning, the, you know, Earth and the comet hitting it, and then Omega for the ending, essentially. Abstergo Corporation, January the 3rd, 1997. I'm writing in response to your concerns about the rising alarm in the press and the scientific community. The lack of a transitional ancestor from archaic hominids to modern mankind, Homo sapiens, is no longer safe. As you wrote, we have to act. We can't let the truth get out. They will find out about the artifacts. It will cause too much disruption, too much chaos. Bury our constructed skeletons near Tim White's expedition in Ethiopia. We will give them their missing link. The birth of humanity, the truth, makes me sick. So yeah, basically, Abstergo talks about, you know, how science catches up that the creation of humanity may have been differently than they have thought it would have been. You know, and Abstergo tries their best to basically hide this from the public. They don't want them to find out. And what I find interesting about this is, you know, how Patrice Désilets, the creative director, was very heavily influenced in this game, of course, and the ideas behind it. So also, you know, kind of like behind the idea, I guess, that there's like this ancient civilization that, you know, came before humanity, and they created humans instead of the evolution, you know, doing it. But yeah, what's interesting about this is, you know, that now that he has created his own gaming studio, he created Ancestors: The Humankind Evolution, which is, you know, basically about, you know, the evolution being true, and you kind of witnessing the birth of humanity in a way. So it's completely different to, you know, what Assassin's Creed is about, and it's almost like the exact opposite in a way, which I find very interesting and very fitting, you know, because he definitely had to distinguish himself from Assassin's Creed. And by doing the exact opposite, he definitely achieved it.
Oh, the moon. I can see the stars. My mind is gone. Lucy, I can't wait any longer. I'm ready to go. She sees me raise the knife.
Yeah, this whole part is just so damn sad. You know, that Clay basically gets to the point that he doesn't see any...
Requiescat in pace.
Exactly, dude, you know, that he doesn't see any hope anymore. And Lucy kind of has been his hope to get out, you know. Indeed, rest in peace, Clay. Like, I know it's never gonna happen, but I would love a game about Clay. About, you know, his story in, like, detail. Also, hey, there's Sumak. Welcome, dude. The creation of humanity.
Eve!
Look out! Wow.
Was that what I think it was?
I got goosebumps.
We'll send the video out for analysis as soon as Desmond's done in the machine.
You okay?
He'd be able to explain the whole thing to us. If only we could ask him.
Like, this whole scene, you know, like, I still remember seeing it for the first time and being, like, completely blown away, you know, by what they have shown here, because it's such, you know, such, like, an insight into the first civilization, of course. And it's kind of interesting, you know, seeing how modern it all looked, you know, basically looks like the future, you know, like, way more modern than our society is nowadays. And you can see, you know, the humans basically working there in the, you know, like, factory or whatever, and Adam and Eve, of course, like, breaking out of that place, you know, with the apple, which also is the origin of the biblical story, of course, of Adam and Eve, at least, you know, the AC lore. So it's kind of cool how they make, like, a reference to that story, but to also, you know, make, like, their own kind of, like, spin on it, connecting it to the, you know, Isu. And yeah, we were just talking about Clay because we have done the last glyph that he left behind for us. And Clay's, I guess, you know, the one that left this memory behind for us too. And yeah, it's very, very tragic what happens to him and Lucy's influence on that. This blew your mind the first time you played this, Rod? Yeah, same here. Like, holy shit. So good. And that's what really makes the whole glyphs, you know, worth it. But the glyphs themselves are also great, like if you're into puzzles and you want to learn more about, you know, like what's happening in the modern day and the 20th century and all that. I feel it's a very good way to kind of incorporate the importance of, you know, like modern day and what led to what happens in modern day. With, like, you know, the events of the 20th century and the creation of Abstergo. But still, you know, making it like connected to what happens in history as well. You know, like all those people that you see, like Napoleon, George Washington, Queen Elizabeth, like they're all confirmed basically to have possessed a piece of Eden for a time. And that just what creates like lots of doors to new games, you know, to new settings, to characters. And eventually AC came back and used these ideas. Like the tyranny of King Washington is based on the fact that the glyph showed that he had an apple at some point, or came in contact with it. Napoleon, you know, like the DSC for Unity shows that the apple gets transported to Egypt and Napoleon in the French-Egyptian Wars obtains it, and that's how he gets to rise to power, which is another scenario you see in this like in the glyphs essentially. Just amazing how much lore there is in AC2 that really, you know, led to like future games coming back to it and actually execute the ideas. You liked seeing him again in Revelations? Yeah, it was good that they had like more of a focus on Clay again. But also, you know, having a DLC for Clay was good with Lost Archive. Like that's still one of my favorite DLCs, to be honest. There's so much in AC2 that connects to later stuff. It's like a nexus of a kind. Yeah, indeed, dude. You just notice, you know, that going from the first to the second game, they really started to notice like the potential of the series, you know. And that's kind of why I'm happy that there's more games than just, you know, 3. Because yeah, all those ideas, like, you know, even today, I feel like there's room for double the amount of games, more than that even. You know, so many settings and historical time periods you could, you know, do in a game. But yeah, that is the truth. I think it's also interesting, you know, like with the codex as well, how much that offers as well. Like, you know, the whole ending cinematic of Revelations wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Bloodlines and AC2 having a focus on, you know, the catastrophe that happened to First Civilization. At the voice rod, enjoy your luck, dude.
Something is wrong here. Where is everyone?
So I'm pretty sure this is a place where, what is it? I thought it would be the place where we killed our first target. But I think it just looks similar.
Ah, another challenger. Excellent. Savannah Roller warned me that some would oppose our rule. And so I devised this little trap to ferret out those foolish enough to play at hero. It's proven to be both entertaining and effective. Incoming, Chamo!
Climbing the ranks. Assassinate the captain of a guard. Osava Magic Massage. Good morning via your side of a planet. Good morning to you. I hope you have a good one so far. And yeah, welcome to the ending of AC2. We're gonna be finishing off the game today. And the last bit of assassinations.
How long you survived? Never a few days back. Threw over 3 dozen of my men before he was final.
Jesus Christ. Too many errors.
You're making a very big mistake. You seek to challenge me. You just approach. Assassino. I was born for battle, boy. Come on, then. Let's see what you
Assassino!
Don't.
Jesus Christ, these archers are so annoying.
Get him!
Hey there, Kenji. Welcome, dude.
Is truly who I was? So proud and cruel.
No. Savonarola bewitched you.
Did he? Or was it that I tasted power and found myself intoxicated? I wish I had been stronger.
As do I. Mi rincresce, ma non c'è altro modo. Requiescat in pace.
Let's end this quickly.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Because those archers are annoying as heck. Okay, let's go down here first.
Down or I shoot! Why are you here? Get down!
The city guard is recruiting volunteers for the road patrols and city reserve. Why, sir?
Get down, Stronzo! Laggiù, merda! Get him! Let me... Laggiù! Back from me!
Your orders are simple. Keep watch over these fields and ensure no harm comes to the bundles of Fieno. It may seem a mundane task, but it is critical nonetheless.
Indeed. By the way, is it okay if I say, or if I call you Stavro? Or Stavro, I guess? I reckon that's your name? But down or I shoot. Why are you here? Get down. Ezio, I'm only visiting. I don't know what's going on. It's like, why are you asking me all these questions? How do I know? Alright, sounds good. I'm gonna do that. Hitting the hay. Oh, that's one of your codes, Rod. Whenever you go sleep, you go hit the hay. Assassinate the farmer, but avoid alerting the henchman.
Without this most basic resource, they'll lose the means to resist. They will be forced to stand down. Already, many have fallen into line. They require clothing, food, shelter, warmth, and all of these things are born of fear. I hear you grumbling. You think this post a waste of time? But you must understand.
You would have let your own people starve. And for what?
Too long I suffered their insults. They called me simple and low class. I wanted their respect.
I'm afraid you do not have mine. Per quanto sia penoso il trapasso, lieto sarà il tuo sonno. Requiescat in pace.
Where? He will not get away! Where? Merda!
It's like I'm getting chased by 100 guards. An artist runs in front of me, gets stumbled, and it's like, you have no respect for my art. It's like, no, I'm running away from 100 guards. Don't set in my way. Trying to learn German language. Very nice, Stavro. How's it going for you so far? But that's right, after doing a very, very small leap of faith only, a few inches above it. I tried to imagine like doing that into a bed, like, you know, this leap of faith pose. I have to do that tonight, before I go to sleep. Speak Greek, Italian, Slovenian, English, trying to learn German now. Damn, dude, very nice. That's a lot of languages right there.
What? I see! There!
It's really impressive, like, being able to speak that many languages. I only got the two of German and English. So do you take like any type of classes, or do you like try to learn all by yourself? But speaking of sleep, you really need some. Enjoy the rest of your stream, Sandy. Catch you next time in Paris. I would definitely will, Rod. Thank you so much for coming by and joining. And yeah, dude, definitely understandable. It's getting quite late for you over there, isn't it? What's like the time? In the middle of the night at least, I think. But yeah guys, I also want to give you another shout out to Rod. If you haven't checked out his channel, he's a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. Currently playing Unity with an only target playthrough. And he's also going to be doing his annual series playthrough very soon as well. Doing the same for AC1. So definitely check it out if you haven't. And yeah, I will see you next time, Rod. Have a good night.
Secure those crates! We can ill afford to let their contents fall into the wrong hands!
Port Authority. Board the ship without being seen and put an end to the merchants' trading days. Selbst erlernt. Very nice staff roll. That's cool that, you know, you can do that yourself. Okay, that's probably the most difficult one to do.
We'll see just how tough the holdouts are.
It's all about timing.
If they want to eat, they'll accept Savonarola as their leader.
Had desynchronized me? Got like detected the moment he got assassinated.
We'll see just how tough the holdouts are when they're forced to go without food. If they want to eat, they'll accept Savonarola as their leader. Are the Medici family can still hold any sway in the city beyond me?
Butler here, 3:35 AM. Thanks for another shout out, Sani. Really appreciate it. Cheers to Duo. Cheers, Rod. Thank you. And Pet Server is always happy to give you a shout out, dude.
Open my eyes.
But yeah, that's definitely sipping time then. Have a good one, dude.
And the division it creates. One is pretend, equality, and justice. All that remains is for proper past and accept the Lord as our savior and true leader. We'll see just how tough the holdouts are whenever.
Now where has he got?
You can still hold any sway in this city. And the division it creates.
Ah, well, guess not.
Okay, we gotta get rid of this dude here to right. We can.
You should not be up here. Leave.
How's he seeing me there?
Did he turn somewhere? Now where has he got?
How tough the holdouts are.
Wonder if I could assassinate our target from up here. We just target him, then do like high profile air assassination.
They'll accept Savonarola as their leader.
Gotta wait for this dude to turn, I guess.
Are the Medici family that still hold any sway in the cities beyond me?
Okay, that kinda works. I guess.
What? What have I done?
You tried to force devotion.
Sometimes the people must be told what to think.
No good has ever come of that. Benché il mio cuore sia turbato, la mia mente è lucida. Requiescat in pace.
And assassino! You won't last a minute! Move away!
Shit! He's getting a move! Get there!
There we go. One more lieutenant and then got it. Get out of here, Stavro. Sounds good, dude. You have a good day. And thank you for coming by.
You heard someone pulling stunts in the street performance. Keep away from me, Phil. Restart Leech.
Ah, yes, much better, friend. You'll see.
The citizens of Pisa have held a mass demonstration once again.
Laggiù, you think...
It's quite simple, amici. If you desire care, you'll submit yourselves fully to our new ruler.
Surgical strike. Assassinate the doctor without being seen.
The choice is yours to make. Continue to support the Medici, who, as you know, have long since fled Firenze, or accept Savonarola. Why fight him? Why refuse? He is a good man, strong of character and morals. He seeks to save us from ourselves. And saving is what we need. Before Savonarola came to us, we were mired in sin, Gluttony, lust, pride, avarice, need I go on? We cared overmuch for earthly things and pleasures of the flesh. We shied from the face of God. And
Well done.
you have spilled the blood of a healer.
No. I've spilled the blood of a tyrant.
To command such power over the body, between this world and the next. It seems I grew intoxicated.
And now you grow still. La tua morte non sarà inutile. Requiescat in pace.
Nice try.
Get down! Which way did he go?
Bit random stumble. Alright, there we go. That's all the targets taken care of. So now the only target left is of course the one to hold the apple, which is Savonarola.
Let my experience guide
I'm sure I have just what you
Who taught you to move like that?
Down! You shouldn't be up here. No one is allowed up here. Leave. You're not supposed to be here.
Luigi, the fish merchant at San Marco, wishes it be known throughout the città.
You're not allowed. Laju, you won't get away. Faster, merda! He's getting away! Nowhere to run now, stronzo! Move, imbecili, now!
Now!
He just gave up.
Keep away, you murderer! For all the gods' flock.
Oh!
While not illegal per se, remember, it is only divertimento
Get down! No! Treatment down!
Hey, you're not exactly in the wild, animale.
You're not exactly in the wild, animale.
State attenti.
How about you, Vo?
Let go! Remind all earnest Christians of the need for
No, leave me alone! I swear! I have nothing
time.
to do with anything!
Offerings can be brought directly to the priory entrance.
You've done well, Alexei.
What happens now?
Watch.
Silence! I demand silence! Why are you here? Why do you disturb me? You should be cleansing your home, cleansing yourself. There are bonfires to see, prayers to be said, penance to be done. You will do as I command. You will.
Find the ambulance! It can't be far!
Power to the people. Acquire the Apple of Eden.
Eccolo! Hurry, get him!
Get down, or I'll throw you down. Peasants are not allowed up here.
There we go. So there's actually two things that could happen in that situation. If you don't do the quick time event, then Savonarola will actually use the apple. But you're still gonna be able to, you know, get him. But yeah, if you do a quick time event, you're just gonna, you know, throw the knife at his and that will stop him from, you know, submitting or, you know, letting people feel the influence of the Apple of Eden, I guess.
Go back down, Raju! Where do you think you're going? I'm losing him! Got Eccolo! He's right there!
But the foulness of motivating strife.
Go down or die!
Raju, don't let them get away!
Evil haunts our great city! Crazy! All the good, God-loving values that are the core of our lives! Cast out this demon!
I'm sure I have just what you need. Somewhere in the back. Red, be warned. He kills both. There is no setting. See, next to be you, your father, your dad. We must destroy this blasphemer. The man goes here to all fish and hope and turns them upside down.
No, stay back!
God bears witness to the sacrilege that you would handle this prophet this way! Blasphemers! Heretics! You will burn for this! Do you hear me? You'll burn!
Show mercy.
No one deserves to die in such pain.
Hey Veroni, welcome mate.
It's you. I knew this day would come. Please, show mercy.
I have. Ma ora, che sia il tuo Dio a giudicarti, requiescat in pace.
Silenzio! Silenzio! 22 years ago, I stood where I stand now, and watched my loved ones die, betrayed by those I had called friends. Vengeance clouded my mind. It would have consumed me, were it not for the wisdom of a few strangers. Taught me to look past my instincts. They never preached answers, but guided me to learn from myself. We don't need anyone to tell us what to do. Not Savonarola, not the Medici. We are free to follow our own path. There are those who will take that freedom from us. Too many of you gladly give it. But it is our ability to choose whatever you think is true that makes us human. There is no book or teacher to give you the answers, show you the path. Choose your own way. Do not follow me or anyone else.
Man, what a speech. And this speech is just really showcasing how much character growth, you know, Ezio had in this game. Going from a very naive teenager, you know, to the man that he is now. And I play on PC, Ronnie, so I didn't have to rebuy the games. I just, you know, had them on, like back in the day, I bought them on, you know, CD essentially. And I did own them since on Uplay. So yeah, I can just play them on PC. No matter the OS that I'm using, I guess. But yeah, that is the end of sequence 13. And that also means we now have all the means to finish the game. There's a couple of things I want to do before we will trigger the last mission though. And one is I want to check on my family. There's actually something I want to do with Maria. There's a couple of feathers we want to deliver. Because yeah, at the start of the game, of course, you know, the betrayal to Ezio's family led to his two brothers and his father dying. And one of his brothers was Petruccio, which was a very young boy still, that was very sick and couldn't, you know, leave the bed a lot. But one of his favorite hobbies was to actually find feathers and to collect them. So Ezio actually did collect feathers for Petruccio when he was still alive, because he wanted him to, you know, go back to bed so he could, I guess, you know, feel better and not exhaust himself too much. So when Petruccio died, you know, it became like kind of like a pastime for Ezio to collect feathers in honor of his, you know, fallen brother, and also to kind of showcase to his mother Maria that, you know, he's still thinking of him and that he never forgets what happened. As you can see, Maria's still here praying in absolute silence, so she didn't, you know, she basically lived all the years like this. Kind of like solitude and silence. But bring back all the feathers, you know, would trigger this.
Thank you, Ezio, for not forgetting about.
And yeah, that's the first time you can hear her talk since basically what happened at the beginning. As soon as basically Ezio's father gets captured, she stops talking essentially because she's like traumatized what happened essentially. And this is the first time we hear her talk again, and this also explains why she's very different in Brotherhood, because Brotherhood she's very collected, and she kind of like finds back to her past self, I guess, in a way. But yeah, if it wasn't for Ezio doing this, it might never have happened. That's why we collected all the feathers, because to me that's a very personal and important aspect of the story of AC2. Because it really does connect to the trauma of the beginning and the betrayal that happened to the Auditore family.
Salute, Claudia.
You here to look at the book?
So we're gonna collect money. And I wanna have a look if we have collected everything here. So not quite, we haven't gotten all the pot or paintings yet. But it's not part of our, playthrough, I guess. So we don't have to get this. Ronnie, that's an amazing story. It makes you want to replay the game. Yeah, this game has really an amazing story and also lore, and how it connects to like other games in the series, or how they have been like coming back to pick up ideas that this game introduced. So it's very much like one of the main pillars of the series, I feel. And even today it's a fantastic story, like the writing and how thought out it is. And how it connects to like the historic characters as well, is just like really well done. And then you have like, the world building and kind of like seeing how authentic this game actually is to the time period. And not only to the Renaissance in Italy, but to specifically the years from 1476 to 1500. And then you have like a fantastic soundtrack. Yeah. But this game, still to this day, is my favorite game of all time. Like, not in the series, but of all time.
Leonardo!
Ezio, so good to see you. How can I help you? Haha! You found another one! How exciting! This goes down here, I take that up there and blend it with... I've got it.
Right, let's have 4 codex pages deciphered. So, I actually made a list where I have marked all the codex pages we haven't, or we have read so far. Let me go ahead into the database, documents. Okay, so we haven't read page number 8. Why do our instincts insist on violence? I've studied the interactions between different species. The inner desire to survive seems to demand the death of the other. Why can they not stand hand in hand? So many believe the world was created by the hand of a divine power, but I see only the designs of a madman bent on celebrating destruction and desperation. Our origin seems chaotic, unintended, purpose and being instilled solely by the passage of time, imposed first by nature and later men. So yeah, this is of course all the codex pages that Altair wrote in Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, and Ezio's task is basically to collect all 30 codex pages that Altair left behind. It gives you more insight into what he found out studying the Apple of Eden. And of course, philosophizing about, life and death essentially, by doing it. Okay, so that's 8 done. And apparently we have read all of the other Codex pages already. Yeah, we did. Except for page number 30, the last one. I wanted to wait until the ending of the game, which now is the case. So we can read it now. Soon I shall pass from this world. It is my time. All the hours of the day are now colored by the thoughts and fears born of this realization. I know that the elements of my body will return to the earth. But what of my consciousness, my identity? That is to say, what of me? I suspect it will end, that there is no next world, nor a return to this one. It will simply be done, forever. Our lives are so brief and unimportant, the cosmos cares nothing for us, for what we've done had we wrought evil instead of good. Had I chosen to abuse the apple instead of seal it away, none of it would have mattered. There is no counting, no reckoning, no final judgment. There is simply silence and darkness, utter and absolute. And so I have begun to wonder, might there not be a way to stop, or at least delay, death's embrace? Surely the ones who came before were not so frail and feeble as we. But I have sworn to be done with the artifact, to not gaze into its core. Still, faced as I am with the prospect of my end, what harm is there in one last look? Ronnie, you have to go do the dishes. You're definitely going to grab this game again. Have a great day. Cheers, Ronnie. I appreciate it. You have a good day as well. Thank you for coming by and joining. And yeah, dude, I hope you enjoy your weekend. And I hope you enjoy your game, your time with this game once you pick it up again. But yeah, as you can see, Altair can't resist the apple, even, you know, at the end. Which is very interesting because AC1, you know, basically ends with Altair killing Al-Mualim and swearing that he would never abuse the apple the way that he did. And why he never abused the apple like that, you know, he didn't use it to like enslave regular citizens. He definitely didn't destroy it, and he used it for increasing knowledge. But what's the difference between Al-Mualim and Altair is that he uses knowledge for the betterment of Brotherhood. So he actually used it for good for the most part, I guess. But yeah, he couldn't resist the temptation though. Like, he never could destroy it. He tried though. He definitely tried at some point. But nothing worked. So he was like, you know, it's kind of like meant to be, I guess.
Ezio! It is time, Uncle. Let us finish what you and my father started all those years ago.
Indeed. Perhaps now we can finally make sense of this prophecy, and put a stop to whatever it is the Spaniard is plotting.
We should start by locating the vault. The Codex pages will lead us to it. Let's take a look.
X marks the spot. Decipher the Codex pages to discover the location of the vault.
Rodrigo Borgia, aka the Spaniard. A dark stain on human history, Rodrigo left a trail of blood a mile wide on his quest to unify Italy under the Templar banner. Anyone who opposed him ended up in little pieces inside a sack, or, if he was in a good mood, poisoned. Once he was crowned Pope, Rodrigo, or should I say Alexander VI, used his influence to wage war with any city that held out against the Templars. And then there were the rumoured X-rated atrocities. Hundreds of courtesans brought to the Vatican by the cartload, and the Pope's close friendship with his illegitimate daughter, Lucrezia. Oh yeah, and did I mention the killings never stopped? Throughout all his public debauchery, Rodrigo was quietly murdering his enemies behind the scenes, consolidating Templar power for the moment when they would seize control.
What a massive piece of shit though. So he's like the Pope, but you know, he basically celebrates orgies in the Vatican with like hundreds of courtesans. He has a relationship to his daughter, And in Brotherhood, he also does stuff like raping Katarina Sforza together with his son Cesare. So, like, holy shit, this dude just disgusting me. Alright, so once you have all the coolest pages on the wall, you can basically do this riddle, where you try to recreate the world map, essentially, that Altair has seen through the apple. And which also marks a very certain spots, I guess. There we go. And you know, this was new things to Altair, of course, but like even, you know, 300 years later for Ezio, you know, it also is something he hasn't seen before. You know, he just, I guess at this point he thinks it's just, you know, one map, I guess, but he has no idea it's the map of the world. Or of the Earth, I guess, rather.
It is a map of the entire world, but there are lands shown here that do not exist.
Apparently they do exist. I imagine they've yet to be discovered. Or rediscovered.
How is this possible?
Perhaps the vault will hold the answer.
Do you see where it is, then?
No. It can't be. The vault. It looks like the vault is in Roma, then the Spaniard. This is why he became Pope.
Now I understand. It's not the vault alone he's gained access to, but the staff as well.
What staff?
The Codex always spoke of two keys. Two pieces of Eden needed to open the vault. One is the apple.
And the other is the staff. The papal staff is the second piece of Eden.
For years, no, decades, we've sought these answers.
And now, at last, we have them.
But so too could the Spaniard. And if he does, if he finds a way into the vault, its contents will make the apple seem a trifling thing.
I must go to Roma and find the vault. What are the rest of you?
We'll do what we do best. Cause some trouble in the city, giving you the freedom to conduct your search.
Just let me know when you are ready, Nipote.
Nipote. I love this word. But yeah, guys, I think we are ready to do this. Just want to check, you know, everything again. So we have DNA, we've done all of the sequences up until this point, of course. We haven't gotten all the viewpoints, but that's no biggie. We've done all the secret locations, all the feathers, all the beat up, all the races, all the assassinations, all the career missions. And we haven't gotten all the treasures because it's a part of it. So we've done everything there. We've also been reading all the database entries, taking care of all the targets. We've done the all the glyphs and found out about the truth. So yeah, we are ready. Also, hey, Jackson Briggs, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, the legendary master assassin who was the mentor of the Brotherhood. Indeed, that's him. What a legend. And cheers for following, dude. I appreciate it. So yeah, so talking to Mario will basically start the last mission in this game. And during that last mission I would try to be as stealthy as I can, because if we manage to not get our notoriety full, then we will basically trigger a secret boss music that's really epic and that I would love to listen to. But I actually just noticed we have one smoke bomb to refill, so I wanna do this first.
Come and see me next, you pass this way.
Also, this is the last time we have a look at Monteriggioni, at least in AC2. We're gonna come back here in Brotherhood 4. Most gamers will be stealthy, get caught in 1 second. Yeah, that's usually how it is. It's like you wanna go stealthy, but you get detected regardless. But yeah, we don't have to be entirely stealthy, nor can we be entirely stealthy in that mission. It's more about trying to avoid killing too many people and just try to stealth the parts that you can stealth, I guess. But yeah, that will lead you to be under 100% notoriety, and then you will trigger the secret music.
Roma beckons, Ezio. Let me know when you are ready to depart.
To Roma. Indeed, let's do it. It's really great how AC2 connects to Brotherhood by already, you know, traveling to Roma and having a mission there. Roma, 1499. In Bocca al Lupo. Infiltrate the Sistine Chapel and assassinate Rodrigo Borgia, the Spaniard.
Hold on. Another
down! Alright, Scotchu! Get him! There!
Faster! Run faster! I'm going to catch you! That's an outlandish horse. I'm a foreigner. You should not be up here. Please.
There! On him!
Assassino! Assassino!
Assassino. Wird Masse fährt.
Get him!
Side from way to that.
Yeah!
Come on, horsey. Crikey. What are you doing, horse?
Close the gate! Hey! Stop the intruder!
I'm with you.
We're not gonna try to kill this dude actually. So these guys, I'm pretty sure we can actually take out without raising notoriety. Well, almost all of them.
Non mettere le dita nel naso, bambino!
Alright, there we go. That does it. That's enough notoriety still left, so we don't get a 4 or anything. That's one of the reasons why I can hear the choir currently. If you had 4 notoriety at this point, you would otherwise have the notoriety music playing.
Doesn't look like one.
Credo in unum Deum Patrem omnipotentem, factorem celi et terrae.
We have the Capella Sistina. Inspired by the architecture of Solomon's Temple, the Sistine Chapel is the most famous room in the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's Vatican residence. The chapel's famous ceiling frescoes did not exist yet in 1503, so no climbing across the finger of God. But the wall paintings that line the chapel, painted by Pietro Perugino, Sandro Botticelli, and Domenico Ghirlandaio, among others, are an ample consolation prize. As the Pope's personal chapel, Mass is frequently held inside, as are the papal conclaves, which occur after the Pope's death. The cardinals are locked inside the chapel and are not permitted to leave until a new Pope is elected. Only through smoke signals sent up a chimney to announce a new Pope can they escape. In worst of our horrors, no cardinals and his ilk can be attended inside by more than one servant. That's just cruel. But it's interesting that they say Solomon's Temple because it's one of the temples connected to the Templar Order, essentially.
Visibilium omnium et invisibilium. Et in unum Dominum Jesum Christum, Filium Dei unigenitum, et ex Patre natum ante omnia saecula, Deum de Deo, Lumen de Lumine, Deum verum de Deo verum. Veritum non factum consubstantiarem Patri, perquem omnia facta sunt, qui propter nos homines et propter nostram salutem descendit de celis, et incarnatus est de Spiritus Sancto ex Maria Virgine et homo factus est. Crucifixus etiam pro nobis, sub Pontio Pilato passus et sepultus est, et resurrexit tertia die secundum Scripturas, et ascendit in celum, sedet ad dexteram Patris, ieterum venturus et cum gloria judicare vivos et mortuos, cuius regni non erit finis, et in Spiritum Sanctum.
I thought I was beyond this, but I'm not. I've waited too long, lost too much. Requiescat in pace, you bastard.
I don't think so. How is it you resist? I see. Kind of you to bring me the apple. Now give it here! Oh, is the fight. Just like your father. Well, rejoice, my child, for you will see him again soon. You will give it to me.
As you wish.
Yo, Jay. Welcome, mate. And thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders.
Fascinating. An impressive power, this.
But if you think it's going to save you, you've another thing coming.
Save a Soul Trooper.
How long do you think you can keep this up?
You have 3 things to say. OMG, what the fuck? Did you recognize a particular voice actor today, maybe? You won't say who? Maybe.
You cannot stop me!
I mean, I'm not sure how far you played today. But yeah, did you make your way to Norway? Or have you been still searching for the enemies?
You are right to fear me!
And Thailand dude, welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome raiders. How's it going, everybody? Thank you so much, Thailand. I hope you had a great stream today.
But useless.
How's it going, everybody? And Evan dude, thank you for the follow. How are you today?
How long do you think you can keep this up?
I see, Jay. Yeah, dude, that tree. Now it's connected to the, Norse mythology in Valhalla. It's gonna be good.
You are right to
yeah, for sure, Tidian. We're about to finish AC2 here. Just having a good old boss fight. What have you been playing, dude?
You cannot stop me! No! You will not take this from me.
It's finished, Rodrigo. Lay down your arms, and I will make sure the end comes swiftly.
Really, Ezio? And would you give up so easily were it the other way around? Why don't we find out? At last. And now, to deal with you.
If only Ezio had armor that could shield him against this step wound. Like ITS armor. Oh wait, he does. But yeah guys, just want to give a couple shoutouts here to Thailand. Thank you again so much for the raid, dude. And I hope you had a good time with Super Mario Galaxy. And Levi, thank you also for being here. And yeah, Levi has been playing some point and click adventure with Harvey's New Eyes. And then also we had Jay just raiding as well just before you guys joined. And he played some AC Valhalla. And he's been really enjoying it so far. And yeah guys, if you haven't played Valhalla yet, that is really an amazing AC game. In a lot of ways a return back to the series. Also the soundtrack. So damn good. And yeah, the soundtrack only plays if you manage to play this mission relatively stealthy. Otherwise, the notoriety music will play. Yeah, it's a bit like an Easter egg actually, because most people don't get to trigger this this music.
What is this place?
Open, damn you! Open!
It's over, Rodrigo. No more tricks. No more ancient artifacts. No more weapons. Let us see what you are made of, old man.
All right then. If that's how you want to play it.
What do you even want with the vault, Rodrigo?
Don't you know what lies within? Or do you mean to tell me the great and powerful assassins didn't figure it out?
Figure what out?
God. It's God that dwells within.
You expect me to believe that God lives beneath Il Vaticano?
A more logical location than a kingdom in a cloud, don't you think? Surrounded by singing angels and cherubim. Makes for a lovely image. But the truth is far more interesting.
Let's say I was to believe you. What do you think you'll do when you open that door?
I don't care. It's not approval I'm after. Just power.
And you think you'll give it up?
Whatever lies beyond that wall won't be able to resist the staff and apple.
God is meant to be all-knowing, all-powerful. You think a couple of ancient relics can harm him?
You know nothing. You take your image of the creators from an ancient book. A book, mind you, written by men.
You are the Pope, and yet you dismiss the central text of your faith?
Are you so naive? I became Pope because it gave me access. It gave me power. You think I believe a single goddamn word of that ridiculous book? It's all lies and superstition, just like every other religious tract written over the past 10,000 years.
What a Pope, though. I became Pope because it gave me power.
You can't! It's my destiny! Mine! I am the prophet!
You never were.
Get it over with, then.
No. Killing you won't bring my family back. I'm done. Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is character growth right there. Ezio, not going after his revenge, but realizing that, at this point it isn't necessary anymore. Right, Levi? You should have just showed instead. Oh boys, goosebumps incoming. This is gonna be epic. This moment is hands down one of my favorites in the series.
Greetings, Prophet. It is good you have come. Let us see it, to give thanks. We must speak.
Who are you?
Many names. When I died, it was Minerva. Before that, Merva and Mera. and on and on. The others, too. Juno, who was before called Uni. Jupiter, who was before called Tinia.
You are... gods.
No, not gods. We simply came before. Even when we walked the world, your kind struggled to understand our existence. We were more advanced in time. Your minds were not yet ready. Still not. Maybe never. No matter. You may not comprehend us, but you will comprehend our warning. You must.
None of what you are saying makes sense.
Our words are not meant for you.
What are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Enough. I do not wish to speak with you, but through you. You are the prophet. You've played your part. You anchor him, but please be silent, that we may commune. Listen. When we were still flesh and our home still whole, your kind betrayed us. We who made you. We who gave you life. We were strong, but you were many, and both of us craved war. So busy were we with earthly concerns, we failed to notice the heavens. And by the time we did, the world burned until naught remained but ash. It should have ended then and there. But we built you in our own image. We built you to survive. And so we did. Few were our numbers, your kind and mine. It took sacrifice, strength, compassion. But we rebuilt. And as life returned to the world, we endeavored to ensure this tragedy would not be repeated. But now we are dying, and time will work against us. Truth turned into myth and legend. What we built, misunderstood. Let my words preserve the message and make a record of our loss. But let my words also bring hope. You must find the other temples, built by those who knew to turn away from war. They worked to protect us, to save us from the fire. If you can find them, if their work can be saved, so too might this world. Be quick, for time grows short, and guard against the cross, for there are many who will stand in your way.
Ava Maximus, thank you for joining with the raid.
The message is delivered. We are gone now from this world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
What? Who is Desmond? I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions.
What the fuck?
Indeed. That was basically my reaction when I played this the first time. Like, just this fourth wall break, you know, not only to the audience but also to Desmond, is just so damn well done. And kind of this message that's both like cryptic, but you know, that you can still kind of decipher if you just really listen carefully.
There's only about 10 minutes until I
Need
get...
all of my equipment ready to go before they do. Desmond!
Yeah.
All right, Sean, I need you and Rebecca to get everything in here packed up and loaded into the truck. You and I'll deal with the Templars.
What, they're here?
It was only a matter of time before they discovered us. To be honest, I'm surprised it took them as long as it did.
Let's go.
So, what's the plan? We ditch this place and then what?
There's another safe house. We've got company. The truck's just up ahead.
Mr. Miles, this is an unexpectedly pleasant turn of events. And here I thought I'd have to waste more men on you. Kind of you to save me the trouble.
What do you want, Vidic?
For you to come home. We miss you terribly. There's still so much work for us to do together.
It's not happening, Warren.
You continue to disappoint in every conceivable way, Miss Stillman. I saved your life once, do you remember? And this is how you repay me?
You saved me so you could keep experimenting on people, destroying their lives. And for what?
Oh, this tired argument again. As I recall, you were there, at my side, every step of the way. Their blood is on your hands just as much as mine.
You need to stop him.
I'm on it.
It's really cool seeing Desmond fight with Hidden Blade. Because it's the first time that he actually is using it, but... You know, obviously by being in the Animus, kind of like reliving the memories of Altair and Ezio, it really comes natural to him at this point, you know, it's like he's already lived it, essentially. And done like, you know, lots of assassinations before.
Uh-oh, Doc. Looks like it's just you and me now.
Enjoy your victory, Mr. Miles. Temporary as it is.
Desmond, we have to go!
There you are! Come on! Help Lucy into the van! Hurry, Desmond, we need to go!
You'll have your turn, Desmond. Warren's gonna get what he deserves. I promise.
So what now? Where are we headed?
There's a cabin up north. We should be safe there. At least for a little while. I have to analyze those tapes from your session. Figure out what's happening.
And then what?
Here we go. I've got you all hooked up. Got a long drive ahead of us. Figured you might want to play around with the Animus on the way.
Alright, but I got some questions first. I mean, what the hell was that in the vault?
What you saw proves everything I was afraid of. The Templars aren't our biggest threat. Not by a long shot.
So what, the sun is? What's it gonna do? Cook the Earth?
I doubt it, but I don't know. There's been some speculation that the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. A sufficiently strong flare could flip the poles and cause a geomagnetic reversal. It's all theoretical, but if it happens, the planet could become geologically unstable. Very unstable.
It's meant to be the stuff of pseudoscience, but clearly something catastrophic happened to the people of the first civilization. That woman, was her name Minerva, was it? She seemed to think we were due for a second round.
So either way, we're fucked.
I don't know yet. We'll keep reviewing the tapes, and you can keep digging through your memories. Maybe there's more to discover.
Alright. Guess I better get started.
It's a really great choice. They decided to have so much story happening during the credits. You know, they could have just waited until all of this was done and talked about until they roll the credits, but having them roll, you know, after those missions with Ezio, you know, and that prophecy. But still, you know, have more things happening. It's just kind of like... It's kind of like a lot, I guess, a process at the same time, but that's what makes it kind of like more exciting to me, to be honest. You know? It kind of like adds to the whole, like, being a bit overwhelmed with the ending. And with this kind of like mindfuck moment, you know? It really got to process all that's happened first. But it's very fitting because, you know, in the end for Ezio and Desmond, this was a what the fuck moment, and they had a difficult time processing what just, you know, happened, what they witnessed. I mean, you know, Minerva talking through Ezio's memories to Desmond is definitely something that you wouldn't expect to happen. But yeah, guys, that is also the end of our playthrough, of course. Also, we have done everything that was part of the in-depth story run. But yeah, I'm glad I did, you know, such a run of this game, because I just can't play the game and not, you know, care about the story. It really is the best aspect about it, in my opinion. That soundtrack. It's so good to have Jesper Kyd, you know, be back with Valhalla. Like, he's been doing AC1, 2 Brotherhood, and parts of Revelations. Then he wasn't where up until, you know, Valhalla, essentially. And lots of people, you know, doubted that he would ever come back, but, you know, knowing that he did is just so good. And what a comeback that was as well, because his soundtrack for Valhalla is absolutely gorgeous. And very unique as well. Yeah, it really is, Levi. What's also great is that the voice actress for Ezio's family that you just heard, she actually ended up doing voice work for Valhalla as well, for Jesper Kyd. So both of them kind of like came back to the series together. But yeah, guys, with AC2 finish, we definitely still have time to start Brotherhood today. And with Brotherhood, we're gonna do a different type of run. We're gonna be doing a new upgrade challenge. So basically, I can't get any weapons or, you know, extra equipment for Ezio during the entire playthrough. And we will try to beat the game like this. It's not gonna be a low percentage, because if I would go like full low percentage, I basically couldn't get optional objectives or could do like any side missions, I guess. So yeah, we would still do a couple side missions, but it may be a bit more main story focused overall. That sounds intense. Yeah, it would be interesting. I never played through the game with no upgrades whatsoever. So our health is gonna be very limited. Gonna have like, I don't know, 4 health bars or something. And then we only have 1 hidden blade. There's actually one moment where we have to force get an upgrade, I guess, from Leonardo. And I'm pretty sure we have a choice between either the double hidden blade or the climb bleed glove. And I probably just go for the glove because it's less of a bonus to me. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I never did such a run on AC before. Usually I go for like stealth, no HUD, completionist, or like in the story, I guess. Powered by Flash, rest in peace. Requiescat in pace, Flash. Beautiful Venice music. It's kind of part of the carnival theme actually for Venezia. And there we are, back in Monteriggioni. In Ezio's room. And yeah, here we can see all the targets that Ezio took care of during the main story essentially. Of the main targets we have Savonarola, the one to have the Apple of Eden and corrupt Florence. We have the two assassins, the Orsi brothers. One of who stabbed Ezio actually. Marco Barbarigo. Is probably one of the biggest pieces of shit in the game, to be honest. Like his database entry is very gruesome. And we have Silvia Barbarigo. We have Rodrigo Borgia. We have Carlo Grimaldi, Snake, Berto Alberti, Pieri de Pazzi, Emilio Barbarigo, Francesco de Pazzi, one of our first targets. And of course the Pazzi conspirators who basically had the attack on the Medici done in Florence. Yeah, I'm no full-time streamer, otherwise I would stream 8+ hours every day. But yeah, you know, I just enjoy streaming, I guess. We need to find energy. I have it already. Because I enjoy this. But yeah, this is the last time we see Monteriggioni in AC2, because this is the end of a playthrough of this game. So yeah, we done all the side missions, collect all the feathers. We did read all the database entries. And yeah, done all the major story stuff essentially. So Brotherhood is gonna be a bit less story focused. I'm not gonna be reading all the database entries there. But yeah, definitely gonna be interesting with a challenge though. yeah, let's go ahead and exit to Windows. And then I would take a quick break so I can set everything up for Brotherhood. Yeah, I mean, I don't stream every day on the Animus Project either. Like, so yeah.